going to tell you a story. First thing you have to understand, though, is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle, because I'm the one who's talking to you. Welcome to the cult. And today, we'll be putting this down because it's about having fortune cookies for breakfast. Now I'm having breakfast for dinner, but that's okay. Now I have these fortune cookies, which I've already blessed in my Buddha Bala way. I have this little joke about doing things in the Buddha Bala way, which is like doing stuff as a Buddhist, but like being Bala. I think it's funny. But anyway, if you're ever having like kind of a rough life, consider having fortune cookies for breakfast. I'll tell you why. First of all, good things will come to you in due course of time. That's one reason. The thing is about fortune cookies for breakfast, the fortune cookies are incredibly cheap. Like incredibly cheap. That bag costs 90 cents. Like less than $1. That's mad cheap. So that's one reason. They're very, very cheap. Second, they're cookies. You're like literally having cookies for a meal. So like, if your life is pretty poopy, if your life is, to use the Sanskrit word for poop, like Sayaklilmala, yeah, having like a meal that's just cookies, where you're like, yeah, it's cookies and they're cheap, and I'm enjoying it, and that's okay. It's pretty life affirming, honestly. He who hurries cannot walk with dignity. Very true. That's another thing about doing this, is you have the cookies themselves, but like every one you open, you have a fortune, and like even if the first one or the second one doesn't jive with you, eventually one of them is you're gonna look at and be like, this is the reason I splurged and spent that $1.36 on the extra big bag of fortune cookies. Not even joking. I'm not even joking. Give yourself a day off. At least give yourself a relaxing evening. Because that's the thing, like, fortune cookies are inherently designed to have, like, little bits of wisdom in them. Like, that just, maybe they're not immediately useful, but in general, if you apply them well, they can actually be kind of helpful just in general. Express yourself. Don't hold back. Unless you're expressing something really nasty, then definitely just, like, hold back or don't do it. That's just my opinion. But that's only if you're doing something like really nasty. And I'm really forgiving about a lot of stuff. Go after what you want. There's no time like the present. True facts. True facts indeed. Alright. Now let's have cookies. Now obviously, I could go through, I have like a whole bunch there. Actually, I have 2 back here. So I'm going to do, I'll do at least 2 more actually. At least 2 more fortunes. Before I knock some milk into this situation and dig in. But if absolute can be defined, then absolute is not absolute anymore. That is awesome. I like that. Alright. Number 7. We got, I'm going to count off in Sanskrit what we did. We got Akam, Div, Trini, Katar, Pashka, Sat, and this is number Sapta. Boom. If you chase 2 rabbits, both will escape. As I understand it, that's actually a Native American proverb. I first learned about it from Sid Meier's Sid Meier's Civilization. If you chase 2 rabbits, then you will lose both. I feel a little bit cheated with that one, so I'm gonna open that up for y'all. Alright. You're not afraid of storms, but you're learning to sail your ship. Yeah, the English on that one is a little bit sketchy, but I think they're basically going for like, if you're afraid of failing so much that you never do anything, you're so afraid of storms, never leave port, then you're not a sailor at all. You're just a dude on land who goes, man, I'd be the best sailor ever. I ever just left port. Real talk. Alright, one more. Fate happens now. You decide. Alright. That's a nice 9. Like the Big Dipper, fun fact about the Big Dipper, you only see 7, but there's 2 stars that are always in rotation that you don't see, that are actually frequently referred to in mythology. Like myth about 7 Weaver goddesses, but there's also 2 more that are like not talked about because it's a reference to the Big Dipper. 7 that you see, 2 that you don't. Pour my milk on you, and I put a little brown sugar in there just to sweeten the deal, because sometimes, especially if this is, now admittedly I'm, like I have a day job, this is more like something I would do if I was recently out of a day job and pissed off about why I lost my day job. Like I might get into how I lost my last day job. I used to manage a gas station, and then a bunch of stuff that really had nothing to do with it pissed me off so bad I ended up getting escorted from the property and asked not to come back. But that's a whole other story for another time. So, in the meantime, I'm gonna have my fortune cookies for breakfast. Dream safe, later.